From January 2020, Nigerians will begin to pay 7.5% value-added tax as against the current 5% currently in use. This follows the passage of the VAT increase by lawmakers at the Nigeria Senate. The law is one of the 6 orders sent by President Muhammadu Buhari under the title Finance Bill 2019. The bill was passed by the upper chamber after the presentation of a report by the Senate committee chaired by Adeola Solomon. Lawmakers thereafter shared their various perspectives on the effect of the bill on the nation and its people. On his part, President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, explained that the bill does not burden Nigerians with taxes, but the federal government was trying to create the revenue necessary for the provision of schools, healthcare, and an economy that works for everyone.
The major problem of the Nigerian economy is revenue. It's not debt. It's revenue. I will repeat. This is a 140 trillion economy, which hardly raises 8 billion in revenue. And a lot of the issues that are there is as a result of discretion. We have allowed our laws and the way in which we manage the economy to be run on the basis of discretion. As a result of that, we have not been able to raise the necessary revenues that are very vital for the implementation of the major programs of any administration.
Every person engaged in banking requires to provide a tax identification number. If we sustain this, it will cut off more than half the bankable people in Nigeria. Because if somebody is in the village, how does he get a tax identification number? Your tax identification number, you're talking about those in the urban areas. But we want to expand banking, really. And we want to make sure that everybody comes into some kind of net. So I would think that maybe this should have some time frame.
What we have done is not to put taxes or burden on the ordinary people. What we have done is to create more revenues to provide services and infrastructure for Nigerians, including the ordinary people. I want to also commend all of us that this exercise was done on a very bipartisan manner, and that is what we are known for. Of course, some observations were made. I believe that some of those observations were genuine and the intentions were patriotic, and therefore there was nothing partisan about any issue raised by anyone in this chamber.
Briefing State House correspondents after plenary, Senator Adeola Solomon stressed that the new finance bill will improve the ease of doing business in the country and also encourage small and medium enterprises.
Become a very major concern because of the increment that they have sought for, that is from 5 to 7.5%. But also included in this finance bill, we now have reliefs for some small companies. That is, if your revenue as a company is less than 25 million naira, you are exempted from payment of VAT and also tax. We also went a step further, that if you are a company, which we have tagged to be a medium company, whose revenue is less than 100 million, your company income tax has been reduced from 30 to 20%. Not only that, long before now, activities in the capital market has been at the lowest ebb. But with this single action of passing this bill into law, we have activated the capital market. What do I mean by that? In the past, I have shares. I keep it there. I cannot use it to do any transaction. But by the passage of this act, you can now use your shares to borrow money. You can now use your shares to borrow money where the dividend paid on those shares can be used as an interest on the money borrowed. By singular passage of this act, that has been achieved.